episode 6, part 2. We'll talk a bit more about BTK.
BTK was Dennis Rader. He had a killing spree from 1977 to 1991, and in the years he killed 10 people. He was portrayed on film by Kane Hodder in the 2007 maybe film entitled BTK,
which we got free at Fright Fest.
I'm glad I didn't pay for it.
We are big fans of the Kane Hodder, but you know, it wasn't one of his finest ones. But he was an absolute sick bastard. He used to basically be animal
welfare type.
Yeah. So like basically like if your animals are like crapping all over the park, he would give you a citation sort of thing. And he used to pick his victims by doing that basically. And
BTK stands for
One Torture Kill.
There you go.
2 points.
Yeah, he was a really sick man. And once again, you know, he's a serial killer who was very manipulative. He apparently was it like a pastor in a church or something like that?
He did some
it's
sort
a Lutheran
of
church, I think you said basically. And so like, you know, you probably think, oh, he's an upstanding fucking citizen and all this sort of stuff, and then really he's just a piece of shit, you know, who goes around killing people. But sick bastard. Yeah, but so it's Leonard Lake. But he was the actual serial killer. Basically, the accomplice is like Charles and G. And they killed between 11 and 25 people. And they basically used to like strangle people and use weapons on them and all that sort of stuff. I don't recall him having a film or anything like that, but I do remember that it's like a documentary on the Crime Channel, and we've watched the Crime Channel quite a bit. So yeah, that's the one. I was trying to think who had the accomplice, and there you go. It's Leonard Lake.
And then the next one is Myra Hindley and Ian Brady. They killed 5 children, boys and girls. She's dead now, thank God, and he's still alive in prison.
Yeah. He's trying to kill himself, doesn't he?
Yeah. And I've seen many documentaries on those two as well. And the victims, one of the victims' mums, I'm not sure. I remember seeing a documentary on her, and she kept writing to them to tell them where the bodies are, and they still never found the body of the little boy. I think he had glasses. What was his name?
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember the name, but he stood out because he had like little glasses on.
But they were sick pieces of shit. I mean, like,
and they raped the kids as well.
Yeah,
they sexually assaulted 4 of the 5.
They were writing letters to like say, please let us know it's where our kids are, so we can give them a proper burial and all this sort of stuff. And like, even though she was trying to say she's a changed person, she wouldn't let anyone know.
Yeah, she kept saying, "Oh, I'm a changed person now," and don't believe it.
Sick pieces of shit, man. I just don't get how people can do stuff like that. Like, it's still fascinating, but like, it's still like really fucked up how they can actually do that sort of stuff.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? You know, like chameleons. You know? Yeah.
One of the most prolific serial killers of recent times has been Harold Shipman, who was an English doctor from Nottingham. His killing spree ran from 1975 to 98, and then he killed... Do you want to say it?
Over 250 plus people.
By like lethal injection?
Yeah, well, by any means he could get hold of in the actual hospitals. I mean, like, you know, he was a sick puppy.
Did he only kill old people?
Yeah, he killed old
people.
He didn't he claim he was doing them, you know, he was putting them out in their misery kind of thing, but it's not his choice to make that though, do you know what I mean? And then, he apparently committed suicide.
Yeah,
apparently. I said it very loosely. I don't believe that. I believe that the actual prison guards, you know, gave him an assist, you know, as I think they should do with all serial killers. It's Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, I was actually thinking Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper. I mean, like, he basically had like 5 confirmed sort of kills, but like obviously I think he killed a hell of a lot more than that.
There can be no confirmed because you don't even know who he is.
No. And the sheer fact you don't know who the hell he actually was. There's rumours he was part of the royal family. There's like rumours he's a butcher.
I think he's related to Kevin Bacon.
There's like rumours he was a doctor, and like, you know, with the actual surgical skills he used to slice and dice, you know, definitely not a far cry, you know. But yeah, he was never caught.
And he
You know?
called prostitutes.
Yeah.
All
Prostitutes, yeah.
prostitutes. All prostitutes.
People that he thought obviously that sort of no one would actually miss, kind of thing. I think that's really fucked up, man.
As far as people still go into that profession knowing.
But it's
How
really
many get
fucked up though,
killed?
how many serial killers actually target like prostitutes though.
I think they're
You know,
easy
They're
targets.
easy targets, though, because they'll get in a
Very
car
easy
with
targets.
strangers.
Yeah, you got the English one, didn't you? One in it's like Ipswich. I can't remember the guy's name.
Yeah, yeah,
But I think he killed like between 5 and 9.
yeah.
2005.
That was recent, yeah.
Yeah. That was really fucked up. But I mean,
Something
yeah.
to look through again.
I mean, and like, speaking of like serial killers who were never caught, it's Matthew Preston. No, it's the Zodiac Killer.
Asshole!
No, you caught now. But wow. But no, it's the Zodiac Killer, and yeah, like you know, he is actual like serial killing basically span the 60s and 70s, and he used to like really taunt the I'd say FBI, wouldn't he, and all that sort of stuff then. And yeah, he was fucking never caught. You know.
He used to write them little letters.
I remember seeing a documentary on the Crime Channel, and there was someone who believed it was their uncle that did it. I think it was, or something.
Did the uncle die?
Yeah.
I think so, and that's why they probably come forward.
Yeah, and they thought it was their uncle, but whether that's true or not, who knows?
I mean, basically, the actual Zodiac Killer, it says 5 confirmed victims, but then it says between, actually, it's like 20 and 28, that sort of roughly. But he actually taunted them and said he's killed over 37 people. You know, I mean, obviously, like you'll get serial killers who will take more credit than they deserve, sort of thing, you know. But you know, they are sick.
A few of them write letters to the police, though, don't they? Because Peter Sutcliffe did as well. He used to write them letters and write to the newspapers to get more.
They like attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why some of them do it because they want the attention.
But it's like, I mean, what I personally don't actually get is how these are women that they become like groupies. You know, they become so obsessed.
Like,
they want to meet up with these serial killers and marry them. There was a film that had, it's like William Forsythe, and basically he played Gacy. Okay, right, and it'll come out 2009 or something like that, and so like it's meant to be based on a true story because obviously it's like Gacy, and in the actual film, basically you had like I'd say it's like college student,
Right.
yeah, basically, so he became pen pals with him and all that, and what they were saying is that, you know, that sort of Gacy became like he is very manipulative. He's a serial killer and all that sort of stuff. But like he completely screwed the guy up, and he ended up basically committing suicide. This college kid, because he becomes so obsessed with like Gacy, and then I think Gacy was making him do stuff when he went to the prison and all that sort of stuff, and then yeah, he ended up fucking committing suicide, taking his own life. That to me is fucked up. I'm sorry. Okay, look. I mean, it's like I love watching like documentaries and that sort of stuff, and the movies and that sort of stuff. But I would never fucking write to a motherfucker like that, man. I wouldn't want to. Yeah, you know, you say I'd like to get in the mind, but would you really want to get into the mind of a fucking serial killer?
Because they're so manipulative.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know,
Very manipulative.
No.
I think it sounds like fun.
A lot of fun.
I'd have a great time.
No, it's like it's like some of them are like really well. They're all fucked up, aren't they? You know what I mean? If you can just basically take a life like that, then yeah, there's a whole shitload wrong with you.
Yeah. Tasmanian.
An Australian doing
The Australian doing an Australian killer, Martin Bryan. So it was called the Port Arthur Massacre, and he killed 35 people and he wounded 25 people. And what else?
He looked like a surfer.
He looked like a
He
surfer dude.
definitely
And
not
apparently he cannot have any visitors apart from his family, and he'll never get out. And he has 35 life sentences
consecutive life sentences plus 1,035 years.
for various charges.
I say just kill him.
I think it's safe to say he ain't getting out of
He's not getting out.
prison.
And he looks like a sick puppy as well. Like, he looks weird.
Just
very
kill him,
weird.
though. Don't waste our
But
tax
apparently-
money.
What's the point of him being sitting in prison? You might as well.
Just hang him.
But apparently it's like very rare that you actually get that in. It's like Australia where like you will not get out of prison. You will never not get out of prison. But apparently, if you start showing signs that it's rehabilitated, then you actually might get paroled. But this guy, no, there's no chance he's ever getting out. And you know, I mean, that's a hell of a sentence, isn't it? You know, maybe he's gonna live forever. And then they'll just give him like 35 more life sentences, and then 1,035
just
additional years.
Die, will you?
Maybe he's a vampire.
But I don't know what the reason
He could be in the
was.
Lost Boys.
The reason, I'm sure it was something to do with like he didn't like the tourists and all this, there tends to be quite a lot of Australian serial killers who don't actually like us.
Bloody Aussies.
We're putting money in
I think we like you, but we
your
don't.
country.
Just don't like us.
Oh, no.
Fair enough.
Who's the other one? Who's the Ivan Miller?
Ivan Miller, yes.
The
He's the Outback killer, yeah. And he killed. He basically killed quite a lot, didn't he? Actually,
7 victims.
Like, well, it's two. You know, you got to kill 5 people to be a serial killer.
Hey,
So
if you kill one person, you've killed a lot.
yeah.
7 people.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah,
It's what the film Wolf Creek is based on him, no?
There's supposed to be 3 serial killers. There's the backpack killer, which
Outback
is
killer.
Peter Falconia. Well, no, he's not this
Well,
killer. He's the one who got
was the
killed.
one that
Basically,
was
he was a
killed.
British tourist who got killed. And then there's the Outback killer, and then there's supposed to be like it's another one where it's like a family basically. So it's like 2 sons and their dad. And how they got caught was they were having like a row, the 2 brothers, as brothers do. And someone called the police, and they actually went there, and then they found basically loads of remains of the actual victims and all that sort of stuff.
And there's another Perth killers that you don't know of is the Bernies as well. They kill a lot of people. There are a couple.
The bands.
Don't spend a weekend at Bernie's.
Nah. But yeah, I mean,
There's lots of killers in Australia, so don't go there.
so,
They always complain about the spiders and the what else?
Snakes and
Snakes
sharks.
and sharks.
It's
You have
the
to worry
people.
about the murderers. That's what you
just
have
worry
to
about the
worry
Aussies. But yeah, so I mean, we hope you enjoyed it. It's our episode on serial killers and the films that were spawned by them. And and thanks for watching it. It's episode 6. It's serial killers. It's tune in next week for it. It's episode 7. Christmas horror movies. And so thanks to our special guest,
Mrs. Sally Langan.
Thank you. So you can come and visit my channel at Blissful Sally. It's all the girly stuff. It's not this horrible boy stuff. It's all girl stuff.
It
Makeup and clothing.
it's all that good
beauty.
shit you ladies love.
Yep. So don't forget to click like and subscribe on this video. Don't forget to go subscribe to me if you want the girly stuff. And don't forget to comment down below. Maybe comment what's your favourite serial killer or your serial killer movies that you like. Yeah. And yeah, that's it for this episode.
Thanks for tuning in, peeps. We'll
Thank
see
you for
next
having
week.
me.